It's about that time.
City Views, City Views.
What's happening in your city?
City Views, City Views. City Views, City Views.
You got love for your city?
City Views, City Views. City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views. Ah, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views, City Views.
And good evening,
Good evening,
ladies
good evening,
and
good
gentlemen,
evening.
boys
Wow.
and girls.
Got the men on the show today, man.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of City Views, returning to the airways after a slight 2-week hiatus, and glad to be back here with you all this
Yes.
evening. Kareem, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm hanging in there.
All right.
Obviously, if you're used to tuning into the show, we usually have, let's just say, more admirable assets on the show.
Yeah.
However, the ladies have taken the night off for various different reasons, and they've entrusted me and Kareem to hold it down for you tonight. They have a lot of faith in us, man.
Yes. That's what we're going to do, man. That's what we're going to do. Hold it down.
That's right. That's right. So we thank you for tuning in. City Views, the show that connects the community. And we're so proud to be able to deliver you this weekly show because we feel it's very, very important to get out the good news as to what's happening in our community and the movers and shakers that are doing great things to uplift and highlight our community. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to my main man Kareem here so he can show some love to our sponsors.
Big city sponsors. First big city sponsor is Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. The number is 860-496-7771. You can reach them on the web at tothins at oponline.net. Excuse me. Mel Brickman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. You better call Mel. They can be reached at 860-307-1128. They could be located on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooke, Todd, and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. The number is 860-598-8753, or they could be located on the web at brooketoddmcneil.com. Next, we have Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. The number is 860-482-8177. Be reached on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com.
Thank you, Kareem. We want to thank our sponsors for their support and helping City Views connect the community. You know what, Kareem? You know, with all these symbols and stuff that they have to put in all these, web addresses and whatnot.
Yeah.
I still don't know the difference between a backward slash and a forward slash.
No?
No.
I think they use / a lot. I never saw a backward slash.
There's no such thing as a backward slash?
Yeah, it is. But I never used it.
You never used a backward slash?
No. No backward slash.
I wonder if Doug's
it's
ever
just-
used a backwards. Has Doug ever used a backward slash? I don't think
I don't.
he's a very forward-moving individual, so
Forward
he
slash.
wouldn't. He wouldn't
Forward
use a
slash.
backward
He's a
slash.
forward slash type
He's a
of
forward
guy.
slash kind of guy. Me, I don't even know the difference.
No, me neither. I don't know.
Oh well. If you're looking at the show today, we do have these great new City Views mugs, man, and we want to thank Karen Thomas. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
And for some reason, the water tastes.
God.
It just adds,
Crisp.
yeah, crisp and
Crispiness.
clear. You know, like you're drinking right out of the river.
That's right.
Hopefully, it's not.
You tell me. Got to get on Doug for that.
Now, if Karen and Kareem were here, they'd probably be like having a little different substance
know what
in
I'm
these
saying?
cups, you know, because they be getting their groove on.
That's right. That's right.
But we have to retain a little decorum here on the show. You know, we don't want to do anything that's too outrageous.
That's right. That's right.
Although
So
we
we're
are
drinking
pretty
this-
outrageous when we want to be.
Drink this water.
But on today's show, I'm so really excited, very excited about our guests calling into the show today. We're going to be hearing from George Logan,
Wow. Yes.
Community Relations with Aquarian Water.
Okay.
So he's going to be calling in and sharing with us. And then at the bottom of the hour, we're going to be hearing from Michelle Cook, who
What's cooking?
has just entered the grandparent zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember last time she said she was getting prepared for all that.
Yeah.
So the
I
baby
can't
finally
believe it,
came.
man. I
Wow.
mean, Michelle, my gosh, we have almost a 20-year friendship. So,
that's
you know,
that's strong.
I mean, seeing, you know, how the kids have grown up and now they're out living their lives and starting families
Now
now.
she has a
And
grandchild.
ooh,
Wow.
that's deep,
That's deep.
real deep. And once again, we do want to acknowledge our co-hosts this evening, Carice and Karen. Hopefully they'll be able to tune into the show. Maybe even call in if you get a break. I know how busy you are.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm not trying to put too much pressure on you, okay? But call in and, you know, let a brother say, hey, I'm doing all right.
You know? Love to hear from you. We love to hear from you guys.
Absolutely, we would. Also, we want to encourage each and every one of you, if you have the opportunity, to check out the City Views website for the latest information from City Views. And also on the website and the Facebook page, you can suggest to us topics that you would want us to cover, people that you would want us to interview, and issues that you want to engage in. So City Views, 30-year tradition, it's rolling on down the track.
That's strong, man.
So
30 years.
you guys can roll right along with us, okay?
That's right.
So and any time during the show also, if you want to pick up the phone and give us a little shout, you can do that as well. Phone's
that
right here.
number,
Yeah,
right there.
right here.
Right there.
So
See that number?
you're a part of the show, just as much as a part of the show as we are, because we're in this thing together.
That's right.
That's right. Now, Kareem,
Yes, sir.
a lot of cool stuff going on in the community.
Mm-hmm.
What are you up to Friday night, bro?
Friday night, I think we have, I'm going to be at Bad Dogs hosting a trivia.
Oh, woof woof.
Oh, man. Trivia.
Yeah?
It's building. It's a real nice atmosphere in there. The people in there is so friendly. Oh, man. Y'all, please come down to Bad Dogs.
Yeah, and you know, Matt Tech and Chris and the crew, they do a great job, you know, hosting that event. And the venue that they have there is extremely nice. It's spacious.
Yes.
There's all kinds of opportunities to rent out those big rooms that they have up there and bring
you don't
the
charge.
party out. Yeah, they just do a great job. And I remember when Bad Dog first started, and they would take me through these tours and show how all the old architect was put together and whatnot. And I was scratching my head thinking, how are they going to turn a firehouse into a
So you saw
social
that place.
venue.
So you saw that place when it was like gutted out and everything.
Yes, and they brought me in a couple times, and looking around, I'm like, Lord help them. Good luck.
Please help.
Good luck. And then I remember the next time they brought me in, they were putting in their vats for their beers.
Wow.
And I said, okay, these guys are
serious.
thinking,
Serious about this.
This is major. And so many memorable times at Bad Dog. The official ribbon cutting that I was able to attend was a very, very great moment for Bad Dog, and for people to come in and actually have an opportunity to show their support.
That's right.
So Kareem's going to be there Friday doing trivia. And if I'm not mistaken, the topic is going to be actresses of the 90s.
Wow. Yes,
That should be
yes, it is.
pretty
Yes, it is.
interesting.
Yes, it is.
But you know what? Actresses nowadays aren't they? I've been watching like a lot of old Turner classic movies.
Me too.
Man, now those are actresses.
Them, you got Faye Dunaway. You got
Debbie Reynolds.
Come on.
Doris Day.
Young.
Ginger Rogers. I mean, they were true triple threats.
I watched a movie with Robert Redford and Faye Dunaway.
Oh, what was that? Billy Dance in the Sunshine? Was that the Sunshine Kid?
No, that wasn't the Sunshine Kid. I forgot the movie. I was watching it early this morning too.
Oh, okay.
I was watching it early. It was a real good movie though. Thriller.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Robert Redford thrilling people still.
Rob's still in there.
Now, the latest one I saw was The Tender Trap, which was Frank Sinatra,
Oh wow, you going
Debbie
back.
Reynolds. This movie was crazy, but I saw it when I was younger and thought I kind of understood the nuances of going into it. But then when I saw it again, it had so much universality to it. I was like, oh boy, have I been kind of... I've been kind of like thinking like this. I don't know. I don't want to look in the mirror right now because I might feel guilty.
I might feel guilty.
Yeah. But
telling you.
that's one thing about those older movies that I really, really enjoyed was the fact that they had an element of universality. There'd be something that was said or done in the movie that kind of, made you identify
Yep.
with, what they were doing in the movie. So, but yeah, very interesting, and so much for our artistic endeavors, as it were.
Yes.
And we're waiting to hear from George Logan, Community Relations Director with Aquarian Water, former United States House candidate for office. He ran a real tough race against Johanna Hayes in the new district that they outlined. But George, as we've known, spending time with him, just a real down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
He's not about
Love
the
his
politics.
story, man.
Yeah,
His story is
yeah,
real cool.
just real happening dude, and we're so glad to be able to have him here in our region, working on community development with Aquarian Water.
Right. And another thing, with Connecticut, because I just moved here, I would have liked to attend all that stuff out here, man, because Connecticut has a feel that a lot of places don't have this feeling, man. I came here thinking I was going to be, I don't know, met you guys and then met people around the neighborhood and went to businesses, and it just sucks you in, and the people here makes you just feel like you're home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got to be honest with you. I just got out of a meeting, a board meeting with United Way,
Mm-hmm.
and we were, discussing some things and whatnot, and it dawned upon me again, why I do the volunteer efforts that I do here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because the people in this community really care about it.
Ah, yes.
And you can tell that concern is real because people sacrifice.
That's right.
I've seen many situations where, something was going on, something was happening, people needed, extra person here, extra person there to kind of pick up the slack, and boom,
Yep.
came in just like that and did it. I know Deirdre DeCara at Fish and
Yeah,
her
Deirdre.
annual events, her rally for homelessness and hunger is always a successful event, brings out people from different parts of the community, rolling up their sleeves, donating money, coats, food, whatever the case may be,
Yes.
to make sure that they're meeting the needs of the community. And if Karen was here right now, I'm sure she could, fill in a lot more of the details on that because
Right.
she works directly every day
Yep.
with the issues of food insecurity, and it's a big issue. It's tough, but you got to have those individuals whose minds are made up
That's right.
that they're going to make a difference.
That's right.
And that's usually how the situation ends up here in our neck of the woods. So we're waiting on that call from George Logan. George, if you're listening, you should be calling in and not listening. But I do remember he said he might have a little pickle, but that he was going to do his best to get out to make sure that he contacted us.
Okay.
So we'll be waiting patiently with bated breath. Come on, George, don't give me a heart attack, bro.
You know.
But also want to give a big shout out to Dan Yannick, our
Yes.
our director here, who wasn't able to make it in today. Hoping everything is well. Hoping you're safe, my brother. And we hope to see you back, not next week, but in 2 weeks. And just a programming note, just for say, we will not be airing live next week. We'll be turning back to our live programming in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have the full crew here ready to entertain and inform you,
Yep.
because that's how we roll.
That's right.
And speaking of how we roll, if you are also looking for more outlets for entertainment and enjoyment, I encourage you to check out my radio show 3 days a week on our local community radio station, WAPJ, the world of
WAPJ.
arts people enjoy. My show, The Feel Good Show, airs Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. until noon.
Okay.
And we have 3 different segments each week. Our Tuesday segment, which was today, is a call-in segment where you can call in and request your favorite artist, back-to-back, A-side, B-side. Remember that's how you used to do it, because you flip the record
Yeah,
back in the day.
exactly. You got the B
Flip
side,
the
A
record.
side. Yeah, exactly.
Flip the record. Flip it. Flip the record. Flip it good. Which is always a fun time because sometimes I get, callers that call in to request an artist I never even heard of before. I'm like, who is that? I don't even know if I got one song, let alone 2.
Do you have it? Do you,
Yeah,
do you
I gotta
have-
do some tall searching,
Oh man.
But
Isn't that like right on the spot? Like,
it could be, but then
Or
you
they could
never
just
can
play it
tell.
later on down the line.
Yeah, you kind of gotta finagle it a little bit,
Yeah.
But
Keep
we
'em
aim to
listening.
please. We aim to please. Our Wednesday segment is a jazz segment where we play music in the ever expanding genre of jazz music. Jazz music is growing in so many different ways because it allows the artist to be a little more experimental and innovative with their music. Because I was reading a book on music and the effect that it has on the brain.
oh yeah.
And there's certain chord progressions and chord structures that actually release dopamine
Mm-hmm.
to our system.
That's right.
So, which explains everything, because I know sometimes I'm just, in one of those moods. It's like, turn me on a little jazz
right.
music, and I hear it, and I'm like ready to roll.
Yep. Music could be soothing. Music could amp you up. Music could do a lot, and that
sure
that
can.
explains a lot too. That
It sure can.
Yeah.
And the rhythms and the biorhythms and the vibrations.
Yeah.
That's why they say deaf people.
I was just about to say
Yeah.
that. I was just about to say that
You
about
know?
deaf people. Yup.
So
You can feel that.
Yeah. So that's it's a phenomenon if you really think about
That's
it.
right.
So that's on Wednesdays as we jazz it up, and then Thursdays it's local and live. If you are a small business, artist, or venue, and you want to blast off to the community to let everyone know what you're doing, what you're up to, and what you're all about, then indeed Thursdays is the day to call in to WAPJ. Or now that our COVID protocols have been lifted, you can come right into the studio and hang out with me.
Really?
You can hang out with me.
Really?
What more could you ask for?
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
See, if I was here, I would be there every Thursday, just hanging out. You might have to kick me out.
But
I don't
Kareem's
know.
a smart man.
You know, I'll
He
be
knows
there.
where the action
I'll be
is.
there.
He knows which side to
That's
butter
right.
his bread on.
That's right. That's right.
Trying to tell you something up in here. So yeah, that's Thursdays at WAPJ. So
So just local artists, like anybody could.
well, let me tell you something. That can happen, but we do have a couple of DJs at the station that do feature local artists.
Wow.
So that's kind of a cool thing because local artists, they need a platform too.
Yes, they do.
And it's kind of tough because I remember when I first relocated from the Midwest to the East Coast.
Hmm.
The changes in the music business were just beginning,
Okay.
but you didn't know how it all was going to flesh out.
Right.
So it's been a real interesting journey to see all the iterations in the business and how it's impacted artists, and in some ways very positive ways, and in some ways not so positive ways.
Right.
But one of the best things about it is that you no longer have a situation where it's feast or famine.
That's right.
Before, you either got a big record deal and you were torn and you were, hey,
Yep.
or you was, playing on the street on a
Put that
ukulele.
dollar in there, put that dollar in that case type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dollar down there.
Yeah. So it's been interesting to see how that's played out over the years, and with the DJs at our station that support and highlight local musicians. I think it's a great opportunity for those artists to be highlighted and promoted.
And that's what I mean by by Connecticut. In New York, that would never happen.
Well,
People wouldn't do that for you in New York. You know
But
what I'm saying?
what though? I got to tell you, Kareem. Every time I go to the city,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I cross that Connecticut-New York line, and them New York stations hit me, I'm
cruising. That's what I do in the morning. Turn on some Steve Harvey or something.
I don't know what it is about the New York stations. Maybe it's who knows? Maybe it's the maybe it's their kilowatts or something. It just amps you up or something. But
Right.
there's just something different. When I never forget it, when I was coming in, traveling from the Midwest, relocating to New York, and going through Pennsylvania, New Jersey. And the closer we got to New York City, it's just like the energy level just.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it.
And then when I tuned in to Kiss 99,
Mhm.
forget about it.
I'm telling you.
Then I discovered WBLS.
Oh man.
Woo! And then I was checking out WCBS
Oh yeah.
because they do all that back in the
Yep.
day stuff.
Mhm.
I was over it. I'm
They
like,
got a lot of new stations now, man. Some like old school hip hop,
Yep.
old school R&B,
Yep.
just pertaining to that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's two stations like that. But I'm telling you, Hezekiah Walker in the morning, man. Hezekiah.
You know what it
Telling
is.
you.
You know what it is.
Man, got to get that.
Well, I don't think we're going to be hearing from our man George today, it looks like.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he got tied up. But if he did get tied up, I hope that they untie him as soon as possible. I know how George has, issues with, those space issues,
Okay.
Yeah, he might,
Okay.
feathers might get a little ruffled,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So don't mess with George, man. He's a killer.
Oh, no, don't say that. No, I won't be messing with George. I'm going to leave you alone.
Untie him.
I'm gonna leave
Let my
George
people
alone. Let my people go. Deep voice.
So with that being said, Kareem, how about we do another shout out to our wonderful sponsors?
Our sponsors.
Yes.
Let's do it. Toth Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. They can be reached at 860-496-7771 or on the web at tothins at oponline.net. Mel Brookman and Health Markets, located at 16 McDermott Ave, Suite 1 in Torrington, Connecticut. Better call Mel. He can be reached at 860-307-1128 on the web at healthmarkets.com/local-health-ins. Brooke, Todd and McNeil Insurance, located at 69 Water Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Keeping an eye on your insurance needs since 1839. They can be reached at 860-598-8753 or on the web at brooketoddmcneil.com. Dr. Michael Curry, located at 30 Peck Road, Suite 2105 in Torrington, Connecticut. Pediatric care for over 50 years. He can be reached at 860-482-8177 or on the web at torringtonpediatrics.com.
All right. And thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate you so very much. And if you are interested in sponsoring City Views, please don't hesitate to contact us on our website at cityviews-ct.com. And we're awaiting the arrival of the call from Michelle Cook for our What's Cooking. Speaking of cooking, what you been cooking lately, bro?
Oh, man. The other day I made some gumbo.
Oh, you did?
Seafood gumbo.
You made some seafood gumbo.
I made some seafood gumbo. You might kill me, but...
yeah, because you didn't invite me for nothing.
I made some seafood gumbo.
Okay, we're going to talk after the show,
Yeah,
bro.
we'll talk, brother. We'll talk. Just don't strangle me. Don't strangle me.
As you guys may not be aware of, amongst Kareem's other skills as a photographer, writer, rapper, he also is an excellent cook.
Yes.
And it's one thing to be a good cook, but it's another thing to be a cook that can come up with very unique recipes.
Yes.
And my man here, Kareem, the first thing you made for me, if I'm not mistaken, it was the pancakes.
It was the
banana pancakes.
I believe. Yeah.
It was the banana pancakes.
You said you don't even need no syrup.
You didn't even need any syrup for the pancakes. That's how. I
offered to go back and get you some. You took one bite of it and you said no.
No need. So that was the first thing I believe that you made. What was the second thing? I can't think of it right offhand.
But football is around, and I'm going to be hosting some things at the house.
Yep.
So you guys are going to be over, and you can come over and watch some games and eat some wings, and I'll offer Shane and them to come over, and everybody to come over, and
Okay.
yeah. So,
I'm not. I have to watch football games 9 times out of 10 by myself. Because here's what happens. I got to be honest with you, Kareem. you know, back in the day when when I played, um, you know, you have that second personality came out on the field.
but
You know what I
that-
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
you know what? But I never really locked that person away.
Well, bring that energy,
Yeah,
brother.
but he's dangerous. That dude is dangerous.
That's fine.
I don't like that dude because he likes to ring neck people.
I get the same way. Wife got to tell me, don't break the TV type thing. You know what I'm saying? My son in there, he says the same thing. My son really actually starts laughing at me.
Yeah.
He starts laughing at me. He loves when I just got a big outburst and he's just staring at me like he's crazy.
No, he's not staring at you because you're crazy. He's staring at you because he's wondering why you're a Giants fan.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it is.
Yeah, no, he's one too.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
So
He'll
you
put in your
brainwashed
pla-
him.
He'll put you in your place about his G-man. He'll put you in your place.
Okay. All right.
Mess with Maddie if you want to.
All right. So let's see here. We're waiting on a call from our friend Michelle Cook with What's Cooking. But I do want to take this opportunity to talk about what's going to be taking place Saturday downtown.
Downtown, yeah.
The Litchfield Hills Creative Festival.
Yes.
A day of food, fun, entertainment, and community building.
I'm excited about that. I'm
Yes,
excited about
yes. And Culture for a Cause, our organization, will be there and will be viewing our music documentary entitled John
John
Brown's Body.
Mhm.
His Truth is Marching On.
That's right.
And this award-winning music documentary has found its way into many different arenas, and now we have the opportunity to view it to the public on Saturday, August 19th at 6:30 p.m. outside of the Warner
Of
Theater.
the Warner Theater, yeah.
So that should be an extremely good time, and hopefully we'll have some new attendees that are able to come out and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Our last viewing was at the Warner Club,
Oh man, that was big.
sold out,
Yep.
and we partnered with another music documentary artist. And so now through this particular initiative, we're able to do outreach throughout the whole country and, may we say, throughout the world.
Mm.
Because the fight for freedom and equality continues on.
Yes.
So hopefully you guys can attend that on Saturday, although our presentation starts at 6:30. The day kicks off at 10, and it'll be going all day and all night downtown. So if you're looking for something to do, we definitely want to encourage you to come on down and check that out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, do we have someone on the line? Let's see if I hit the right
Karen's-
button here.
Karen's like, don't
I know
mess this
Karen-
up.
She's like, oh, uh-oh. Did I,
Press that button again.
uh-oh, what did I do here?
Did we hang up?
Hold on, we might have lost her. Hold on.
Did we lose her?
Yeah, it looks like nobody's on. Hold on, I'll wait for
Okay.
her to call back.
All right, we'll wait for Michelle to call back here. Unfortunately, my fingers didn't necessarily do the walking.
We got a new call. Yeah. Oh wow. But
But yeah,
I'm excited about Saturday, man. I might go down there early. See what they have down there.
Yeah, if you want to get more information on that, contact the Northwest Arts Council. Steph Biget is the executive director,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have regarding the Litchfield Hills Creative Festival. I do also believe that they have a Facebook page that you can check out.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
I
might
gotta
be
check
able
that
to go there and get more information as well. Now I'm going to hit this button again and see what happens. Boom. Nothing happened.
Is she on the phone?
No, I don't think she is. She's probably wondering what the heck
What's going
what's the
on?
heck we're doing.
Oh no.
But well, I mean, you know, this is what happens when you have someone of Karen's ilk and expertise
Yeah,
and skill
yeah,
that
see,
knows how to put
Karen
the
is-
finger on the button.
That's right.
You know,
Press the right
put the
buttons
finger
at the
on the
right
button.
time.
Yeah, I'm still trying to pick up that skill.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, man. It's tough.
it?
Yeah, it's a lot of
Just
training that
press the
has to go
little
into that.
buttons and
There's a lot of training going into that, man.
we
You know,
gotta-
fingers aren't, you know.
we're used
especially
to
when
these
you get-
cell phones now. We're not used to house phones anymore.
Yeah, but when you get to my age, I mean, your hands. You know, you ever seen that commercial where they talk about Dupuytren's contracture?
No.
You never seen that commercial? It's John Elway, famous
Okay,
NFL quarterback. He has this. Well, I guess he has it too, but it's you can't put your hand totally on like flat.
Really?
Yeah,
Sure, you got
yeah.
me.
You're lucky.
You got me doing it.
Yeah, but I found out that, you know, one day, you know, it was like,
Got a crick.
yeah. So I was
Man.
checking out the, commercial. And I was like, do I got Dupuytren's contracture?
That's what I had.
Scared me to
I'm
death.
thinking I'm holding the basketball. Can't go all the way to half.
Scared me to death.
Should we just answer?
Yeah. Well, I think he'll let him do the. Okay. Let's see if we can make this connection this time.
You gotta press that button.
Yeah, I
that
think
time
so.
first, yeah, and then speaker, I guess.
Okay. Doug's handling the background information for us, making sure that she is who she says she is. Uh-oh. Doug's not going to give up the phone line.
Oh no.
He's
All right, so first hit the one on the side,
okay. Let's see if this works,
and then hit resume.
and then we'll hit resume. Resume. Hit, okay, Michelle.
What's cooking?
Ah, there she is.
It's really nice to hear your voice,
Nice to hear you guys too.
and we're trying to, make up for the lost skill set that we usually have here when Karen is manning the phones.
Oh yeah, see, there's your issue.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, it's hard to live in those footsteps.
Indeed it is, my friend. And we were talking earlier about you, my dearest Michelle, and how joyful a period of time it is for you enjoying the fruits of being a grandmother again.
Congratulations.
It is. Thank you. It's very exciting, actually. We just returned from meeting our first grandson. He was born on the 9th of August at 7 pounds, 13 ounces, 21 inches long, blue eyes, dark hair, lots of hair. His name is Dean Joseph.
DJ.
Oh.
Oh, no. My daughter will not like that. So,
Giving out
there will
nicknames
be no
already,
DJ
huh?
in the mix.
All right, Dean.
We're thinking we're going to call him Big D.
Oh, no. Well, I guess, everybody's got to have a little big D energy, right?
It is what it is.
says
I'm not sure.
You know
We're
what
trying
I'm
to figure out what
You said
nickname he's going to have, but
Doug's
it
back.
is going to be what it's going to be.
Doug's back there shaking his head, wondering, my gosh,
sure
these guys,
he
they just went off script there severely. But how's your summer been so far, Michelle?
It's good. We've, even though we're not in session, last week I sat in the middle of we did a public hearing on the LIHEAP grants and some other things for my Human Services Committee. So, with that and then the excitement of, this new grandchild, it's all it's been really good. And then I start thinking, like, where did the summer go? You know, as recognizing kids are going to go back to school in a couple of weeks, and you know, our weather should be changing. It's a lot, but at the same time, you know, it's exciting times for everyone, and keeping ourselves occupied doing the things that we do and helping the people that we can.
We don't want the weather to change yet, do we?
I do.
Is it too hot for you, Kareem?
Yes. I want to see the leaves changing. I want to feel
Wait,
some
breeze.
I want to put on a hoodie.
Hold up a minute.
You know.
Plenty of time for that.
Okay.
All right. Let me feel a little more heat. Oh my
So
God.
nobody said anything about the S word, by the way. You know, none of that SNOW stuff.
Oh,
No,
I love
wait,
that.
hold
I
up.
love that too. I love that too.
Y'all just trying to ruin my day best you can, ain't you? I ain't trying to hear nothing about fall foliage. Ain't trying to hear nothing about snow. I'm trying to get me some rays, all right? Let me get some rays.
Well, let me tell you, where I just came from, it was 105 degrees the entire time I was
Well,
there.
you're in Texas, and Texas has issues with a lot of stuff out there.
People's feet
Fair.
melting. Shoes
I
are
mean,
melting to
and
the
I got to be
concrete.
honest with you. I kind of had a feeling that you know, your presence in the great state of Texas might actually influence some of their, let's just say, power brokers to maybe re-examine some things. Michelle, what do you think?
If only. I would need to be there much longer than 9 or 10 days for that to happen.
Well, I know that what they had a heat streak of 21 straight days over 100 degrees.
Wow.
It still is going.
my God.
We saw upwards of 107, 108 with a heating, like an index of 113. You know, you just can't. I call those 4 shower days. You gotta go take a shower in the morning, the middle of the day, the after the day, and before you go to bed.
Well, when you wake up in the morning, what's the normal temperature?
88.
Wow.
She's in Texas
that's,
now.
you know, you find very little relief in that conversation. Like, it's just not there. It's just not there.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine.
it's unprecedented. And they haven't had rain since June, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's terrible times. They had a 70-acre fire when we were there. You know, speaking of fires and tragedy, my heart is just aching for the folks in Maui.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You know, we have to be very careful about where we are and what we're doing, and the environment is not the same anymore. And, you know, what happened in Maui is tragic. It's awful.
You know, and it's kind of sad that, you know, we get caught up in these terms, and, you know, while we're trying to, you know, define these terms and their relevancy to the issue, we sometimes overlook dealing with the issue.
It's true.
And
That's true.
I know that Texas has some real unique energy issues that they're going to have to deal with, and you know, we just pray for your loved ones out there that
Sure.
they'll have the strength of Gibraltar to deal with some of the challenges that they're going to have environmentally out there.
They will. I mean, my aunt has lived there for a very long time, since I was in grade school.
Yeah.
And I have cousins out there and the like, and now Ashland's out there temporarily. And I'll say it, you know, it's just you know, they're in a drought. They're in a drought of, you know, over a month and a half long, and grass doesn't grow, trees don't grow. That changes the environment. You know, we need all of that for what we know to be good for our ecosystem. And it's very difficult to see. And then when we were flying back, looking down and watching where rivers used to run, and there's no water in those rivers,
Whoa.
Wow.
or they're totally, you know, they're so low, but you can see where the water line used to be, and then what is not, if you will. And it really does put things into perspective. And I just hope that, you know, I'm so not the one to preach, about any of it, but I just hope that folks pay attention to what's happening because we've seen tragedy more than we should be seeing in our time.
And we're just about coming upon hurricane season too.
Mm-hmm.
We are, and think about that too, right? Beaches down in in Florida on the coast, the water was so warm. That even happened up here that the bacteria was breeding. I was watching the news last night. Somebody had died
Yeah, they got this back too.
because they got a bacterial infection.
Yeah.
It's totally different. It's different times, and I'm not saying that things haven't happened before. I just feel that what we're seeing now is significantly more than what we've seen in the last many years.
Yeah.
And I just hope for the sake of us, the generations before us, the generations following us, I just hope that we can figure out a way to reverse some of the things that are happening, because if not, who knows what happens in 20 years.
That's right.
Yeah, it's and that's one thing. And my friends, yourself, Kareem, and other friends and whatnot that have kids. I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, I would be extremely concerned about their future.
Yes. No, that's absolutely the case, and and I think that we have to get away from it's about me or it's all fake, and realize what's actually happening. Because at the end of the day, it's really not about being right or wrong or who knew, who doesn't know, what we accept or what we don't accept. It's about ensuring that our country, our great land, is continuously to be a great land for decades to come.
And you speak truth, because if you're able to get out and see other parts of the country, you see just how majestic it is, and especially out
beautiful.
west. It's just something to behold.
And even here with all the rain washouts too. It's been raining
Right.
a lot.
Right. It's from one extreme to the
That's
other.
right.
You're 100% correct.
That's right.
And I don't believe that, like I said, there's nothing more telling than flying over our great country and seeing where rivers and lakes used to be,
Mm-hmm.
and recognizing that they're not near as full as what they were. It's just, you sit back and you think, oh my gosh, like if it's not happening in your backyard, we don't necessarily always pay attention to it.
And
And we here complain quite a bit, right? Oh my gosh, we have all this water. My grass, I'm not complaining. My grass hasn't looked as green as it does right now. And I'm okay to mow it. I have no issue with any of that. But I do think that there are definitely the extreme on the other side. And when you talk about rivers, you look at the Colorado River, the Snake River, and all of those things. You look at the big lakes in the middle of our country that has not seen rain. We might be blessed with the amount of rain that we have, and I know that often we complain about it. But on the other end of it, there's places that haven't seen it for months, and it's just terrible.
And dealing with my job, right, we haven't had all the trees down and like the washouts, and I mean, you have the blacktop and the concrete even rising and coming up.
wow.
You even got that. You got water main
Yeah.
breaks. You have a lot of water main breaks, but our tree cleanup, I mean, we've been cleaning trees up since the very first storm. So anything after that, it just got worse and worse and worse.
Whoa.
So it's dangerous out there, man. It's
Whoa.
dangerous. And we haven't seen this in, I don't know. I don't think we ever saw all the trees down and I mean, it's not just in my town, the town that I work for. It's the whole Westchester County.
Right.
It's everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere, man.
Well, this part of the country is so green too that any type of atmospheric activity that is going to be able to come down enough to cause that type of action with trees and whatnot. That's pretty significant.
And I don't think it's over.
right?
I really don't think
I
so.
don't think so either.
Right. So, Michelle, as we're gearing back up toward the end of the year, what goals do you have for yourself in your position in the State Assembly?
I think you ask me that question every time we chat about what's coming next. And-
No, I didn't ask you what's coming next. I asked you about your goals. What do you want to get accomplished? What do you see happening? What's your vision, cousin?
All right, well, same. But for me, it's a variety of things. I'll have another call on Friday with a reporter about our, the situations in our nursing homes and how our elderly are being treated, the accountability or lack thereof, and short-staffed. And, like I said, I always give props to the staff that are there and doing yeoman's work, but we need more of them. We need to treat them accordingly. Same with our early child care providers. We need to pay them better. They deserve to have a livable wage. They are crafting the minds of our youngest. We need to do better with them. I drive down Charles Street almost every day, and I look at the high school, and I look at what's happening there, and I'm thinking the great things that are to come in our community. And, the new businesses that are popping up, talking about the Autism Center that just opened up on East Main Street. We really need to have a conversation about them. They are a great group. And I know that Karen's on the board. It's TAFA, TAFA, and they're trying to help kids with autism. It's a brand new facility, and it's people from Torrington trying to help kids in Torrington and the like. Those are the great things, and I'd love to be able to help them as best as I can. At the end of the day, I really think that it's about having everybody find a way to get out of their own way and work together. That's not just about me, but that's just, that's about everybody else. I think that, myself and everybody else, that we can't live in a siloed world. We have to recognize that we're all in this together. And for me, after holding a new grandson, it definitely kind of reboots your life perspective on what's important and what's not important. How do we help people and how don't we help people? It changes the whole conversation. So, that for me, it's about helping those that need the help and being able to get in there. And it's not what I haven't done before. It's just about that continuedness, or find the people that are afraid to ask for help, or the new people that need help. We all need it, and at the same time supporting our community and our state in ways that whatever that might look like. Tomorrow we'll be up at the church at the top of the street, at the top of Charles Street for Friendly Hands, doing our farmers market thing. We're doing a golf tournament September 24th for them because they're feeding thousands upon thousands of people every month. And that's what this is about. It's about helping folks without judgment, without any of that.
That's right.
And how do we? I sat in a round table about right before I left for Austin. I sat at a round table with Comptroller Scanlon about rural health care and the hit that's happening to women's health care and the closing of pregnancy centers and trauma centers, and really trying to fight and push back on that to ensure that everyone has access to health care and not having to drive miles and miles and miles to get it. People deserve that. That is a right. That is not a privilege. And nobody should feel that they don't have access to some type of health care.
Right.
And that means in their community. And we, the things that are happening up with Sharon Hospital and trying to eliminate the pregnancy center and things up there, we can't allow those things to happen. For the sake of a profit, what about the people?
I heard that. And with that being said, Michelle, thank you once again
Thank you so
for
much.
calling into the show. It's always a pleasure hearing from you.
Well, I look forward to our continued conversations. And, if there's things that people want to know or talk about, then have them send an email, and then we can be prepared for whatever the conversation is.
Okay.
You know, I think that would be good. We want to be able to give viewers what they're looking for.
Okay. We can do that.
All right, guys? And
Yep.
I suspect that we'll have Karen back next week.
Well, actually, next week we won't be on the show. We'll be returning in 2 weeks. So next week you'll be seeing this again. But
Well, then on Wednesday, the next week, you can still go up to the church because they're up there quite a bit. So, but again, thank you guys for doing what you're doing. I greatly appreciate it. And if there's anybody out there that needs anything, don't ever hesitate to ask or call or reach out for a hand.
That's right.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right, you too, guys. Take care, hon.
Take it easy.
Shell Cook, 63rd District State Rep for our community.
65. but
65.
who's-
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. They switched it.
Ay,
She had
Wow.
to correct you. She
Yeah.
had to correct you.
Yeah. Also, I want to let you guys know about our friend Judy Kobalars. She's having an
Oh,
event
yeah.
Friday downtown for the Be Ready Project from 4 until 8 p.m. That's going to be in front of the Warner Theater. Be Ready Project is
When
a
is this?
collaborative group that helps bring the community together through different initiatives to focus on people being included, feeling like they belong in their community.
Yes.
So she tries to cut out these safe spaces so that people can come out and enjoy the assets of their community.
That's right.
So as we're about to close, Kareem,
Do them shout outs,
Hit
T-Town
it.
shout outs,
Hit it.
T-Town shout outs.
Hit it.
T-Town shout outs is sponsored by the Torrington Downtown Partners, growing downtown Torrington one business at a time. To Dawn's Getaway, 24 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Christie's Restaurant located at 545 Winstead Road in Torrington, Connecticut. Health Insurance Services located at 438 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Wawa and Fraunhofer, located at 117 Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Soul Latina Cafe, located at 31 Hungerford Street in Torrington. Jimmy's Store, located at 1238 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. 5 Point Art Center, located at 851 University Drive in Torrington, Connecticut. George's Music, located at 905 New Harrington Road in Torrington, Connecticut. And we will do our big city sponsors. Tolt Insurance Agency, located at 1151 East Main Street in Torrington, Connecticut. Better protection, better value. Their number is 860-496-7771, or they can be reached on the web at toltins@optonline.net.
and we thank you for tuning in to another episode of City Views.
Thank you.
We'll be turning back in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So make sure that you're tuned in to check it out. We're airing each and every Tuesday at 6 p.m., Saturdays at 9 a.m., and Sundays at 3 p.m. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you
Peace.
back for more right here on City
City
Views.
Views.
City Views, City Views, City Views.